Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord, and here we go. This is where we have our next tier of clan, and we are going to be attempting to try and level up as many of our units as we can in this episode. So, let's do this. I do have quite a lot of Sturgians at the moment, and it would probably make a lot of sense for me to try and diversify a little bit. So as I said in the previous episode, we're going to be attempting to try and recruit a bunch of Botanians, and that will require me to walk into their territory and see what I can do. And hopefully we will not get beset upon by a huge amount of mountain bandits. Oh yeah, bear in mind, I actually did buy that lamella armor that I was looking at the end of the previous episode as well, because I just thought to myself, hey, you know what? Might as well go for something like that, because if I don't, it's basically just going to be one of those things where I'm running around with the same terrible gear again and again, and it's just not going to be very good. So, decided to go for it, and seems to be working alright so far. As you can see, we're taking a little bit less damage. And we're killing quite a few of the looters as well, and my throwing weapon proficiency should be leveling up pretty nicely. And there you go, enemies are now fleeing. Very easy indeed. And we did take a couple of wounded, as you can see right there, but no deaths, which is great. Kirislava is actually getting a couple of kills too, which is very nice indeed. 136 gold, and we do get to loot a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to be on the lookout as well for some charcoal, because of course we found out in the previous episode that having charcoal allows us to break down weapons, or at the very least it allows you to smelt them, and that is going to provide us a whole bunch of resources, and hopefully that will then give us something really, really nice. So I'm going to just sell all of this actually, and we'll see if we can yeah, okay, so there's actually something that you can do here. So you can literally lock items. Alright, so if I were to lock all of these items right here, and then I were to, let me see, is there a sell all button? I don't think there is. There is a sell all. There we go. So if I sell all, boom, that's what happens. Pretty amazing, right? Yeah, I think that is a pretty amazing quality of life improvement as well, because now I can run around, don't have to worry about selling any of my food or anything like that. I should probably buy some shields, so I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to buy this one, and I will buy this one, and there we go. All right, so we're not making much money from this, but that is to be expected. Nothing to really worry about there, because of course I do want to give my units some shields. So for example, Lise does not have a shield, so it would be a good idea to give her one. Jin does not have a shield, so let's give her one. And we also need to give one to our new medic companion as well. So that's also going to be really, really exciting. All right, so we got some looters over there. I've got to be a bit careful of these guys. Don't really want to deal with a huge amount at the moment, because I would like to try and recruit as many people as possible beforehand. And I'm going to try and recruit some Imperial units as well. Oh, look at this. Actually, an Imperial horseman. That is actually kind of interesting. Maybe we should get a couple of those. I mean, it's gonna, well, not a couple, but one. Let's get one of those, and we'll see how it goes, because let's face it, having cavalry unit might actually make some sense. So otherwise, I'm just going to continue going over to Sturgia here, because we have a lot of space now, thanks to our clan level up, so it would probably be a good idea to try and get as many people as I can in my army. And there's actually 19. That might actually be pretty good. All right, so let's just level up a couple of people here. Aha, look at this. Our first Sturgian soldier level up. I know we do have another soldier in our army at the moment, but obviously I didn't have any from any kind of level up, so that's really, really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk into Botanian territory. I could fight those looters. Probably should have fought those looters. Oh well, never mind. Can I fight these guys instead? I mean, there's only 8 of them. I might as well. And what I need to do, actually, I'm going to just, before I go in there, we're just going to have a look-see here. Okay, so we have actually done this. I did actually have 2,000 dinars. And apparently that didn't happen, weirdly enough, even though I am actually clan tier 1, as you can see right here. Oh yeah, what role do you think I should be, by the way? Oh, that might be We might have to select something. I guess we'll just select Scout or something like that. I guess. We'll see. Anyway, let's try and engage these looters. I am going to try and get some additional horses as well. And I'm actually kind of forgetting where I got the previous Sumpter horses, because I actually had a whole bunch of them, if you recall, earlier in the series before I got taken prisoner multiple times. So yeah, it would be quite nice for us to get some of those, because as we found out in the second episode, I think, it does increase your inventory space, which is actually really nice. So every one Sumpter horse gives you like 100 inventory space or something like that. Look at this battlefield, though. It's so incredibly lush and green and filled with all kinds of wonderful grass and trees. I mean, in comparison to the snow, this is actually very nice. It's a good change. And we're going to see how we do here. Obviously, I can actually just charge, couldn't I? I can actually just charge, so let's do that. And maybe I can... my thrown weapons. My thrown weapons. Either I'm really, really on point, and I hit all the guys without too many difficulties, or I'm one of those people that literally just goes like, okay, yes, that's my 99th throw, and I still have not hit anything. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. You know, it can happen one or the other. There's no in-between usually, but anyway, there you go. There's a little bit more loot for us. We've got some beer there as well, but I'm going to just sell that at the nearby town. And there is actually a nearby town, so that's really nice. Let's go to the villages, get some Battanian units too. And we're still getting some steward points as well. Now, our wages have increased at a pretty considerable rate, because we have recruited that cavalry, so it might be a little bit too expensive for me at the moment, but I'm just going to keep him around for now, and we'll see what we can do about maybe investing in something as well, because investing in there is actually an option to buy enterprises, and I think that might be quite fun. So I will try to figure that out if I can, but otherwise let's just sell all of that. And these are look, there is actually a healer here, so if you wanted to get someone with healing as well, then you can obviously do it through there. All right, so what does this guy have? You need help with mountain bandits, eh? All right, let's see what he actually says, because you never know. Maybe there'll be something going on here. I don't know whether I'm going to take this, to be honest, because as I've said in the previous episode, taking quests is a little bit risky. Okay, they infest the hills. Is there a way to prevent this? Let's say 2 group of bandits. Okay. I'll have one of my companions and 8 of my men patrol the area for the next week. Okay, let's do that, actually, and see how it goes. I'm going to send Kirislava off, and she's going to do that, and I'll send off... I don't even know what I should send with her, to be honest. Let's send a couple of Stygian warriors, and... yeah, I guess we'll send some Battanian volunteers, and that's it. And there you go. Can I do one more? Do I need to do one more? Yeah, I need to do one more. Okay, so there you go. So let's press done on that. And there you go. I'm sure your men will take care of the problem. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Okay, so let's see how that goes, because I haven't actually done this before. So this is going to be kind of interesting. And I'm actually thinking that maybe we should participate in a tournament if there is one going on here. That might be quite fun. Okay, so yeah, we can just sell all of that. And, yes, a mule. Someone actually said that a mule is actually quite good to go for. So we might as well get one of those. And let's take a look at the arena. There is actually a tournament going on here, so it might be fun. Prize is Cosine. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but I guess we'll try it out and we'll see what is going on with it. It's a horse. It's a horse. All right, okay. So, ooh, this is actually a really nice way of doing things. Battanian Falksmen, they're really good, or at least I like them quite a bit. Okay, so we can actually, so we have to actually wait and skip the rounds to see who actually gets through. Laska got through, which is very nice to see. Okay, oh, it's 1 versus 1. It's actually oh no, it's actually a 1 versus 1. I thought to myself, oh, you know, it's probably not a 1 versus 1, but it is. Absolutely. All right. This is problematic. Because this guy against me right here is fantastic. As you can see. Yeah. It's just literally, never mind. I'm just not going to make any excuses right here. At this point, you know what to expect from my dueling skills. Let's just say that. Yeah. There's, what I would recommend, though, is for those of you that are criticizing what I'm doing and how I'm playing and everything, do buy the game. Do buy the game, because it is quite difficult in comparison to Warband. At least in my opinion, the combat system is very, very different. And the way that things actually work is, like in combat more than anything. That is something that you definitely need to get used to. And as I've said in previous episodes, definitely something that I need to get used to. And yeah, so I'd highly recommend getting the game and actually trying it out for yourself before you make any judgments about other people and so on and so forth. Because let's face it, people are different and I suck. That's just how it goes, you know? Anyway, yeah, we're going to get some more Botanian people around here. Ah, looters. Hello. Yes, I would like to fight 19 of you. Or actually, I'd like to fight 20... Oh, no. We might do okay here. Do you think we could take these guys? I think we might be able to take them. Even if there's over 30 of them, I think we... Oh, hello. No, we can't take that. We might be able to take them by themselves. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. All right, this might be a bit close, but we do have that cavalry, and if the cavalry does end up dying, then it's not a big loss because we did only pay 100 gold or something for them, so it might go okay. And we do have a Botanian Highborn warrior as well, which is actually really nice. So let's just place my archers over here, place my infantry in a little bit in front, and maybe these guys will do okay. It's very flat, isn't it? The battlefields are very, very flat in Botania by the looks of things. Not too many hills. I mean, there's obviously a hill over there, but we need to run over there, and it would be quite difficult to do. But these are only looters, and most of my units do now have... they do now have shields, so that is obviously going to make a big difference. So let's actually tell our people to charge in. Going to leave my archer at the back there. Okay. Not entirely sure what's going on with that, but okay. Okay, well, we dealt some damage, but they're actually ending up running, which is absolutely fine. We did not lose that many, if any at all, so we gained even more renown, which is very nice. And of course, we gained a nice lot of plunder as well. Give me this loot. Yes, I would like all of this loot, thank you very much, because we're going to try and get to a pretty decent amount of cash once again. Going to need to head in here. Do we have any level ups to go for? Yeah, we do have a couple of level ups. Going to level them up into wood runners. And I'm going to just go in here real quick and actually get some more people if I can. Yep, there we go. Ah, while I was walking around here, attempting to find some more looters, I've actually discovered Ergion. Ergion is a fellow that we need to speak to for one of our main side quests. I mean, technically it's a side quest, I guess, but it's actually nice that we will be able to advance it along a little bit. So, I am Ergion of the Fenderngill, one of the ancient lineages of the Botanians. Alright, very nice. Can you tell me anything about the Battle of Pendrick? Ah, for any son of Botania, there will be no prouder moment in his life than that day. Any true son of Botania, anyway. Look, right before the battle, our High King Ellil disappears, and his adopted son, Karlo, becomes king. That sets tongues to wagging, you know. But let me tell you, old Ellil would never, in his life, won such a victory as Karlo did that day. We waited for them like wolves in the wood as their vanguard came up the winding road. They came without archers to protect them. Karlo blew his horn, and our bowmen fired on them from all sides. They turned their shields one way and were hit from the other, a glorious thing to watch. When they were all good and addled like frightened sheep, running this way and that, the rest of us warriors descended upon them with our fauxes and swords. I cleaved this way and that, I took 12 heads, and mine was far from the greatest catch. Ah, the grandchildren tire of me telling this story. Oh, wow, okay, so it seems like it was very glorious for the Botanians indeed. And let me actually just take a quick look here. So we actually, look at that, we're actually going to get 550 gold if Kirislava can actually do that. And we need to talk to 6 more nobles, and then we will be pretty good. Alright, kind of happy with that. And it just so happens that we found another one that we can speak to about the Battle of Pendrick. This is in Galthia, and can you tell me anything about it? I was there. I was just a young squire then. I have heard no sweeter music than the thunder of our hooves as we bore down on the Azurai rabble. We fell on them like a falcon plunges upon a rabbit. They had overextended themselves, chasing the Imperial archers. Light foot before our knights, there was no contest. Let me tell you something. 9/10 of victory is recognizing when your enemy has made a mistake. The rash perish as swiftly as the weak, and deserve it just as much. We should have gone on to seize all the Western Empire. If Dirthart had any manhood, we'd have done so. But his heart was never in the war. He believed he'd broken his oath to the Empire by helping the Sturgians, and it gnawed at him. He'd have made a fine lackey. Instead, he's our king. Ooh, there's a lot of, there's a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of drama. But yeah, at least we're getting to speak to a couple more people now. And I'm actually in VLANDIan territory without really meaning to. But I'm actually going to continue just recruiting a couple of people because, let's face it, I need all the people that I can get. And then we'll be pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to see, is there anything here that I want to keep? No, there isn't. Okay, so I can just sell all of that. Let's see if I can actually buy some sumpter horses. Let's actually buy a whole bunch more because we're going to need that. And I think we're pretty good with that. Now, technically, I could, if I wanted to, buy a horse for myself, and I could use a horse for myself, and then I could buy like a polearm or something like that. But personally, I don't know. I'm never really good with horse combat in Bannerlord for some reason. I was really bad in the multiplayer beta as well. And I think it's just a case of me having to get used to it. So I'm going to try and do that a little bit later on. But at the moment, I'm actually having a lot of fun playing as an infantry with thrown weapons. And as you've no doubt seen, my traits actually reflect that. No one actually needs to level up now either. So nothing really to worry about there. Okay, so how are we doing here? The matter has been settled. Your men will return. Oh, very nice. Okay, so that's really cool. So that means I can actually go over there and we can do something. So Cranny Rog Castle, is that where I actually need to go for that? Yeah, it looks like it. Who's that? That's someone from the Khuzait Khanate, I believe. Oh, there we go. Our relation has increased, and look at that. That is amazing. That actually is a fantastic mechanic. Literally, I just got 550 gold for literally doing nothing. I did nothing. These guys actually did it for me, so it's really nice. Landlord needs access to the Abcoma Commons. Let's actually take a look and see what this is all about. Oh, a bit close, mate. All right, hello there. Yeah, I am Peliswar. I own land around here. I speak for many of the people in this village. All right, heard you may need some help. The right to graze cattle in the nearby pastures, but now some of the villagers are making problems. They claim that I don't have the right to graze there, that the village land can't be bought and sold like that. But look, I spend my silver. I won't get it back. Meanwhile, I can't afford to wait. I need someone to ride along with my herders, and my cattle can graze one way or the other, even if it means violence. Right, okay, yeah. So I'm going to order Kirislava to do this again. I do apologize, Kirislava. She's probably not too pleased about having to do this, to be fair. Okay, so let's send some people with her. Does it matter what kind of quality I actually send along with her? I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so there you go. Landlord needs access. Your troops are resolving this problem. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how much he's going to give us, but hopefully it's going to be a pretty decent amount. But I like the fact that we can do that. I like the fact that we can basically just go, okay, you go and do that, and I'll go and fight some stuff, or do whatever is necessary. I think that's actually really, really cool. I like that a lot. Anyway, we're very far away from where we need to be, actually. Oh, wait a minute. There was actually someone I wanted to speak to here. Yes, Dirthart himself. Or Dirthart? Dirthart? I don't know. But, yeah, Dirthart. That's kind of insulting, you know. That's kind of insulting to him. We should probably not call him that, because he is technically the leader of the VLANDians. But it would actually be quite fun to do a fight here, personally. Oh, hello. He's running away from some looters. He's only got one. Why does he only have one in his army? What's actually going on with this guy? All right. King of the VLANDians. Okay, so yes, let's have a look. We had given an oath to the Empire to join them if attacked. It seemed clear to me that we should have honored our oath, that the Britannians and Sturgians were aggressors. But there is always room to argue details. And for ultimately, our barons did not wish to fight with the Empire, so they resisted coming to its help. Noret says, when he heard we were hesitating, sent us a message calling us cowards and traitors. And you say that to a VLANDian noble at your peril. Noret says, should have known what he was doing. We joined the Sturgians. I did not fight in the battle. I stood on a hill telling my commanders where to go and who to attack, and we did rather well, I think you've heard. Still, we took losses, heavy losses, and gained little. And for this the barons blamed me, even though it was their idea to fight. I learned that day that a king should always lead, never follow. But it was a bitter lesson. He seems alright. I don't think he seems too bad, but, I mean, obviously someone that is biased towards him is going to, obviously, you know, paint him in a bad light. So that is to be expected. Anyway, there's another Sturgian soldier for us right there. And we now need to speak to another 4 nobles. Okay, well, I have spoken to every noble that I have so far seen with a blue exclamation mark. And that's basically all I need to do, really. But we're doing quite nicely now in terms of our army size. So I think we might very well be able to tackle some Sea Raiders and some Mountain Bandits and so on and so forth in Sturgian territory once again. Aha! Look at this. We're actually having some births happen as well. So it seems like people are actually starting to give birth to their heirs and the people that will eventually take over from them and so on. So that's going to be a lot of fun to find out exactly what's going to happen with ours. And there you go. We finally caught up to these guys. All right. Let's fight them. Yeah, but we are going to go back up to Sturgian territory and probably try and fight some Mountain Bandits because they're going to give us much better loot. But they are also going to be much more dangerous, and that is, of course, a thing that we also have to take into account. Risk-reward, you know, risk-reward is a big thing. At least, in my opinion, I feel like risk-reward is a bigger deal in Bannerlord than it ever was in Warband, because, let's face it, in Warband you can literally go and get, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 Swadian man-at-arms, and you'll be able to take on basically any bandit, which is exactly the reason why it's you know, it's very different to fight in Bannerlord in comparison to Warband. But anyway, let's see if I can do some damage. There we go. Tackle them. Did I actually charge my people in? I think I already charged my people in. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh well, never mind. Did you see that? They just literally swarmed over. What is actually really cool though is that you can walk through your troops. Don't know whether you've noticed that, but look at that. You can actually walk through your troops. That is an amazing quality of life improvement because obviously if you know anything about Warband, then you'll know that when you are doing a siege, for example, and you want to get up onto the ladder, you're not going to be able to do that easily because your own fellows are going to stop you from maneuvering around and getting up the ladder and so on. So yeah, it's actually really nice to see that we have been able to, you know, add that feature in, which is really cool. Okay, so let's have a look here. Aha, this guy actually does have a quest. The Spy Party. All right, so I'm actually just going to not do that for the moment because I think I might need to get a couple more troops perhaps. Now we have another one of these. Landlord needs access to the Rulland Commons. Now this is something that we are probably going to continue doing because it allows us to substitute our own presence in the quest with one of our companions. And I think that personally is going to be a really, really good idea. So I'm going to send Jin to do this, and we'll send a bunch of Britannian volunteers. As you can see, you don't need that many people to actually go off and do this. So there you go. That is going to be great. I don't know how much we're going to get for it, but I think it's probably going to be worth it no matter what. And this is going to be very nice to do. All right, so we got some more looters over there, but I don't really want to fight them at the moment. Okay, so let's actually have a look-see here. How much are we going to get? Nothing? It seems literally like we're going to get nothing for it, which is actually kind of a shame. But we are actually close to 2,000, as you can see right here, and then we'll have to, we'll have to see what we can do. Alright, so we're doing something a little bit risky here, but I thought maybe we could try and pull it off. Bear in mind that this is a sea radar hideout, and I am attempting to rescue some, shall we say, associates of ours from some bounty hunters. And these associates are, of course, of a criminal nature. So, after waiting for a while, you find a good opportunity to close in undetected beneath the shroud of the night. But you need to be careful when attacking. You will be captured, and your party will disperse if you are defeated. Let's see if we can achieve some kind of victory here. I don't know whether we will be able to, but we're going to just tell our people to follow us and all that stuff like we used to do in Warband, all those times when we went into a tournament or something like that. And that actually reminds me, maybe that would be a good strategy for the tournaments in Bannerlord as well. Basically just tell your people just to follow you or hold position or something like that. Well, I wonder whether you can actually command them. You might be able to, but obviously the last time that I did a tournament, it was a 1 versus 1. Let's just say that didn't end well, obviously. Alright, so here we go. We've actually got a pretty large looter party, and you may be wondering, why aren't you attacking that hideout that you were talking about? Yeah, I actually wanted to do that. Unfortunately, when I clicked go in, and you saw me on the loading screen, I was talking about the tournaments and so on and so forth. Yeah, it did not load. Yeah, it just hung on the loading screen. So, again, early access is early access. You know, that's just going to happen. And generally, I personally think that doing quests does result in a little bit of extra instability, and so I'm going to try and maybe keep away from doing quests for the moment, and we're just going to do larger and larger scale battles. That seems to be the way to go, at least for me right now, and who knows, maybe at some point we will be able to do more quests, and maybe I can actually hit someone. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, let's tell everyone to charge in because we can. Nice kill right there. Yes. There we go. Another one. Very nice indeed. Let's switch to my thrown weapons. Try and pick off a couple that are running. Nah, there's no way I'm going to be able to hit these guys from here, right? No way. No way. All right. Well, that's absolutely fine because we gained some renown. That's exactly what we want. We gained some money. Bear in mind that my money is pretty low right now because I actually did buy a couple of desert horses, because I think that that's going to increase our speed on the world map a little bit. I actually don't know how, what the limit is, yet, because obviously in Warband, the limit would be six horses until it started to be detrimental to your speed. And I'm not entirely sure what it is in Bannerlord yet. So maybe the more horses you have, the better, I guess. That might be a thing. But anyway, let's lock the butter, lock the meat, because we're going to eat those pretty quickly. And the dates, that's absolutely fine. And we'll sell everything else. There we go. For a mighty 200 and... never mind. Okay, I'm just going to get a whole bunch more horses here because I'm tired of moving slowly on the world map. So we're going to do that. No one wants to give us any troops. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, by the way, the landowner quest, that is actually increasing, or shall we say that does increase my relation, as you can see right there. That does actually increase my relation, which in turn actually means that you will be able to recruit higher level units. Oh, hello there. Look at that. There's another noble. Oh. I don't really want to go in there. I don't really want to go in there because this guy's going to be super easily able to kill everything, way before us. But I guess it will give us a good opportunity to see the Batanian units in combat. I mean, we've kind of seen them in the multiplayer beta already, but obviously this is a whole different kettle of fish because it is indeed a single-player campaign. But yeah, Batanian scouts, they seem actually pretty decent, even though I wouldn't suspect that Batanian scouts are actually going to be that good, because Batanians, in my opinion, are much more known for the Batanian heroes and the Fians. These things right here, these Fians are insanely good. They are insanely good, so they're obviously going to be very, very important. As you can see, if I hold down Alt as well, you can see all of your allies as well, which is actually really cool. And you can see the icons above their heads indicates where each individual flank is as well. And it's and also, which is something that I noticed earlier on, if you hold Alt, you can also see items on the floor, so you can actually start picking up, picking up arrows relatively easily and so on and so forth. So that's really, really cool, because if you're searching for something in particular on the ground, like let's say you dropped your favorite weapon, then you don't have to really worry about finding it again. It's going to be pretty easy to find. So let's have a look and see what this guy says about the Battle of Pendrick. Well, King Caladog's great victory, who would dare say anything to tarnish its name? King Ellil disappeared while hunting, and Caladog becomes king. He leads the tribes to war. Oh, we were eager enough, even though Ellil had made a truce with the Emperor, sealed by oaths. When we were dazzled with the prospect of vengeance, who cares about our sacred word and honor? The ambush, masterfully planned and executed, that none can deny. But I will also not deny that the Stygians fought the main body of the Imperial forces, and the VLANDians fought their famous cavalry, so I don't think the greatest glory went to the sons of Battania. At the end of the day, what have we gained? The Stygians hate us worse than ever, the VLANDians too. The Empire, I suppose, is shattered. What can I say? I believe that wars should have a goal, but I am a minority, it seems, among our people. Ah, seems like a pretty logical fellow by the looks of things. Anyway, there you go. That's not too bad. As you can see, the hideout is still marked on my map, which I got to say I'm actually kind of a bit salty about, because I actually really wanted to go into that hideout. I mean, I can go into a hideout, I guess, but maybe it's just the quest that is causing it to bug out a little bit, I guess. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be moving on to Cranirog Castle, because apparently there's something that I can do there. As you can see, my athletics is increasing because I'm not using a horse on the world map as well, which I very much like. Oh, hello, forest bandits. I have returned for vengeance. Yes, I will hopefully be able to catch them relatively fast. We're actually moving quite a bit faster now that we have some horses. And as I said, I didn't really know whether getting a huge amount of horses was a good idea. Oh, we actually failed that. Oh, yeah, we failed that, of course. That was the hideout, of course. Okay, yeah, that is to be expected. There's nothing really that I can do about that. If the game does not allow me to get in there, then of course I'm not going to be able to do anything. And that is our first Stygian Berserker. Look at this guy. Oh, yeah, he's looking pretty good. I like it. I like it. Okay, so he's level 21 and all that wonderful stuff. Okay, yeah, that's great. So let's see. Oh, we're back at Omor. That's hilarious. All right, well, let's do some damage against these forest bandits. Obviously, forest bandits are mainly equipped with ranged weapons, so we're going to try and see if we can hide behind a hill or something. No? No hills? No hills. No heals. Alright. Well, what do you do against archers? Well, you charge at them, don't you? Yeah. Usually what I'd like to do is obviously try to draw them in a little bit by hiding behind a hill or something like that, but it seems like that's not what I'm going to be able to do this time around, so I will just charge straight on in here. These guys are going to get run down by us pretty fast, I think. Unfortunately, we are... oh, what? One of them was actually able to take out Lasker? Are you serious? Okay, well, whatever the case. Seems like we're absolutely fine. I mean, really, look at that. Absolutely fine. Oh yeah, you've also got to bear in mind, by the way, that I am playing on realistic difficulty, and it may be that other people might not play on realistic difficulty because it is very difficult, obviously. Realistic difficulty makes everything do so much more damage. It makes your own army die extremely quickly, and so on. So it's definitely something to bear in mind. Anyway, let's have a look here. Oh, we got some more. Oh, yes, we got some arrows. Oh, yes. Hello there. Yeah, this is great. Okay, yes, we actually just gained a wonderful, wonderful helmet. Very nice indeed. All right, so I'm going to go in here. That helmet has just given us a bonus of 21 head armor, if you can believe that. That is actually kind of insane. Okay, so I'm going to buy some more horses, as you can see right here, and we will lock all of that. We'll lock the arrows as well, because I'm actually going to give a bow to some of our companions, because they are actually pretty good at using bows, so that's going to be good. Let's actually go and see if I can buy a bow right here. I can buy a step bow. The accuracy is only 80, but this seems to be the only thing that I can actually buy, so I guess I will just do that. There we go. All right, so let's go into our inventory right here. Who is actually good at bows. I'm actually unsure about that now. I think it's Jin. Isn't she really good at it? Let's actually just take a quick look. Okay, Kirislava, she's actually decent at using bows as well, as you can see. She's got 75. And yes, Jin is the one. As you can see, she has 75 in bows. So that is going to be who we will give the bow to. There she is. Okay, so step bow, she can use that there, and we'll give her barbed arrows. I'm pretty sure they do more damage, don't they? 100 accuracy, 1 piercing, 0 piercing. Yeah, so that's obviously a lot better for her, and I'm happy with that. All right, have I leveled up recently, by the way? It seems like, oh yeah, I do actually have a skill point to spend. So what should I spec it into? Well, I should probably spec it into something. Maybe like tactics, maybe roguery, something like that. Maybe smithing even? Not entirely sure, to be honest. Maybe athletics. Athletics might be actually quite fun. Yeah, plus 3% movement speed. More kick damage? I didn't know kicking actually does damage. That seems pretty fun. Yeah, you know what? Let's do some more athletics. Why not? Let's do another focus point in that. And that might help us to level up athletics a little bit faster as well. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.